Kirsty Lane here. This is day 50 of modified keto. How are you? How are you doing? I had a lovely day full of carbs yesterday. It's so nice to be able to eat your carbs one day a week. Makes it really special. I had some soft boiled eggs in the afternoon, which is where you chop off the tops, and we call them egg and soldiers in the UK, and you get pieces of bread and you dunk it in and you eat them. Makes you feel like you're 10 years old. And Mother was kind enough to make me some rye bread. Rye bread, I think, is the healthiest bread that you can eat because it's a real nice whole grain. I have a wheat allergy, so I can eat rye bread as long as it's not got any wheat in it. The healthiest countries in the world, one of them is Iceland, and that's because they eat this very dark brown rye bread. So if you haven't tried rye bread before, then give it a try. I also ate some crisps, or as you call them in America, chips, but they were made out of sweet potatoes, so I didn't think that they would be like junk food, but I started eating these things and I just could not stop. Just putting one after the other in my mouth, and I thought, I've had enough now. My hand just kept going and going and going and going. I thought, damn it, it's the hippocampus of my brain that's shut down. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then it's in Healthy Happy 100 under the section Junk Food, Junk You. When you eat a food that's 2 gram carbohydrate to 1 gram fat, like potato chips, or in the UK we call them crisps, the hippocampus tends to shut off, and that's the part of the brain that makes you stop. So if you think that you have no willpower when it comes to food, then you probably don't, but it's nothing to do with you, it's to do with your brain. Okay, so if you start eating a bag of crisps, then it's very difficult to stop. And it's all these foods which have this ratio of 2 to 1 carbohydrates to fat. For example, biscuits and cakes and things like that. Anything junk food, macaroni, cheese, whatever. Refer to Healthy Happy 100 if you haven't already. But they have the same ratio as breast milk, and that's why the brain just goes crazy for it and just gorges for it, because it's the only thing in nature that resembles 2 grams carbohydrate to 1 gram fat is breast milk, right? So your brain just goes mad for it and keeps eating it and eating it and eating it because it thinks it's the most nutritious thing in the world. But obviously it's not. It's those damn food companies which have manipulated all the food to make it as addictive as possible. So if you're sitting there thinking, I have no self-control when it comes to food, none of us do. When we put those things in our mouths, we just cannot stop for toffee. We cannot stop for toffee. And it's nothing to do with you, it's to do with the food. So don't start it if you can't stop it. That's the trick. Just don't buy it, don't put it in your mouth, and then you won't have to try and stop yourself, and your brain's just going crazy for it, all right? Anyway, on Friday I went out for dinner, and I made the mistake of choosing a meal that was cooked in tomato sauce, and it knocked me out of ketosis. That's the second or third time that's happened so far. It's quite frustrating. So I don't know if you know, but if you know those pasta sauces that you buy from the supermarket, the ready-made ones, they're renowned for having loads of sugar in them. So also when you go to a restaurant, I had some eggs, and it was eggs and feta cheese and spinach cooked in tomato sauce. It sounds disgusting, but it was actually quite nice. Anyway, yeah, totally knocked me out of ketosis. So avoid tomato sauces, especially when you are out in a restaurant. Okay. So just back today into the Monday, just back into ketosis again, into the routine. Looking forward to feeling good again. Like and subscribe.